We are back. We're here. And, you know, this YouTube thing, they really want you to go to the vertical format. And every time I'm going to go to start streaming, I have a problem. I have a problem with the way that they're doing things here. And it's really frustrating because I set it up, it's exactly the same way as it was for every other horizontal format. And yet it'll say, oh, sorry, and I haven't done a thing to my settings. So it's very, very frustrating. And, you know, I don't like it. And I wish they'd do away with it. I don't know why they make it harder for you. Why are they trying to make it harder for people? I just don't get it, you know? But, whatever. Today is a good day. For whatever reason, it's a good day. And it's a Friday. And, you know, actually for me, Fridays, I don't really want to go out on a Friday because there's always so much traffic and so much stuff going on. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm glad that I'm here, which is about all I can say. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Carnivore. How you doing, buddy? How's everything? I'm still trying to figure out. They just have made this such a pain in the ass. I'm still trying to figure it out. I can't see. There's a few things I can't see right now. I don't understand why. It's just pissing me off. All right. Whatever. I don't want to get pissed off. Today we're going to talk about if you really need assistance, you should just wait. You should not go and do anything. And what I'm talking about is with women. I have a couple things I'm going to read from the past. And it's very interesting because I just stumbled onto this and I thought, wow, this is a good subject. But first of all, I just want to, you know, everybody should know by now that, you know, Thailand has been planning on making marijuana medical use only. Well, they backtracked again, just like they always do, which is why I say, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. And they'll eventually flip-flop, which is what they always do. They don't think they have a bad, what's the words that I'm looking for, the phrase that I'm looking for. Their thought process is not the greatest. I'll put it that way. They think about what they're going to do, and they say, yeah, we're going to change it back now. First of all, it was, we're going to legalize it. Then it's, oh, no. It's only supposed to be medical. First of all, how do you not know that the marijuana you're legalizing is recreational also? How do you not know that? That in itself makes me think, you know, they are not thinking this through. Then they're making millions and millions of dollars. Big money. I mean, there's as many weed shops out there. There's as many weed shops out there as there are 7-Elevens, as there are coffee shops. I'd say there's probably, well, I don't know. There's about the same. I think they're about the same. Weed shops, 7-Elevens, and coffee shops. And so they have millions of dollars when they, if you remember, and I've said this before, when COVID hit, it was, oh, we shouldn't rely on our tourists. We need to find another way of making money because we can't always rely on tourism. Then they have it and they backtrack. oh, sorry, we're going to make it medical use only. Which, when you think about it, okay, somebody pays a doctor $25, he gets, some little paper that says he can smoke whatever he wants, and that's it. So they probably thought about that and went, oh, well, maybe we shouldn't do this. And now they're reversing course again. And so I want to see what happens with this. Because who knows, they may backtrack again, then go back again, I don't know. I don't even care, honestly. I mean, I would hope that people are not thrown in jail for smoking weed, because alcohol is far more dangerous, in my opinion. So I hope that doesn't happen. But, whatever happens, happens. I don't think they're going to backtrack again. I think they're probably going to just say, okay, enough already. It's legal. It's legal in Thailand. This is the kind of thing that, most of the time I just go, I don't care. I don't really want to care about it. We can talk about politics in America. For the most part, I don't care. It's just easier not to care. Because my caring does what? With politics, I have a very, very, very small say. And when it comes to here, with this recreational marijuana use, man, I really hope that everything goes smoothly. It's legal. They figure it out. I hope that's what happens. Because I don't want to see them throwing people in jail. And you got people they put in jail and they've killed people. So enough of that. Anyway, hopefully by the end of the year they will figure it out. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. You never know with them. All right, so the next thing. Let's see here. What was it? Yes. I just wanted to say this very quickly. Chick-fil-A has been dethroned as the top fast food restaurant, which I'll be honest, in my whole life, I have never been to Chick-fil-A, ever. And I've never been to Hardee's. Del Taco is the #1 U.S. fast food chain. And Chick-fil-A went down to #3. Let's see here. KFC is #2. Chick-fil-A #3. In-N-Out #4. In-N-Out should be #1, in my opinion. I think it's much better than Del Taco. Hardee's, Captain D's. Never been to Captain D's Seafood Kitchen. Never, ever been there. #7, Taco Smell. #8, Popeyes. I've never been to Popeyes. #9, Zaxby's. Never been to Zaxby's. #10, Arby's. I always liked Arby's, but anyway, that's the fact. I just saw that and I thought that's kind of interesting, because some of these restaurants, they used to have an Arby's here. I don't know if they still do. I haven't seen it in years. They have a Taco Smell here, and they have KFC all over the place, and that's it. There is no Del Taco here. So that's your fast food quota. Now, I'm going to get into this. This is, like I said, it's our second favorite subject behind money, and it's about women. And that's why I say, if you need assistance, you should just wait. Because you're not in a position to say, I'm going to make a sound judgment call now, and I'm going to get myself involved, and I'm going to get into something deep. That's why I always say, if you're coming to Thailand, you're moving to Thailand, you've never lived here, I don't care if you visited 10 times. Give yourself 1 year. 1 year before you get into a serious relationship. And I'm not talking about she's sleeping over every night, but it's not serious. I'm not talking about that. Keep your distance. And you know what happens? You figure out what kind of a person they are. Because eventually you're in enough situations where you can see exactly what kind of a person they are. I mean, if you're spending any reasonable amount of time with them. Okay. The other thing is, and I hate to drone on about this, but if you're going to get involved in a relationship here, first of all, don't get involved for 1 year and learn how to speak the basics of the language. And that serves a multitude of purposes. One, you get to communicate a little bit, which obviously can be important if you're in a relationship. Two, you can understand what people are saying around you. You can be part of the conversation. And this goes back to, are you an expat? Are you an immigrant? Are you just a tourist and you speak 10 words of Thai? Well, you know, that's great, but in order to get entrenched in the society, and in order to mesh with the society, you need to learn the language, at least learn the basics. And that way, when you get into a relationship, maybe she doesn't speak great English, you don't speak great Thai. Well, you both speak a little bit of each language, you get a little bit better, you speak with one another, and you kind of learn along the way, and it either works or it doesn't work. But I think that's important. The 1 year and the language, I think it's important. All right, let me just read this. This is a quick one. I have 3. I gotta put my glasses on. Can't read. Hello, Scott. Watched your videos a little while ago. And all I want to say is thank you that you inform people about the stuff about Thai women. When I watched about maybe 10 of your videos, I just thought to myself, oh my effing God, why didn't I watch your videos much earlier? Am I really that stupid? The simple and short answer is yes, I was that stupid. Long story short, I fell in love with a bar girl. And yes, nearly every one of your stereotypes you are stating about Farang going to Thailand for the first time fit me. Ha ha ha. Well, better learn it the hard way than never. Luckily, I only spent money on that girl when I was together with her and only sent her 200 euro once in a weak moment. Now I am happy that I found out she is not honest with me. I had a bad stomach feeling all the time. Not sure why, I only used my second lower brain. He was thinking with the little head, not the big one. Thanks, Scott, and keep up the work you're doing. Choke D and take care. Guy was from Germany. He was 26. Sorry for any grammar mistakes. Okay. All I'm going to say about this real quick, especially you're 26. You're 26 and you're, oh God, I'm going to get involved with this girl in Thailand. He wasn't even moving here. He didn't live here. He was a tourist. So, you know, it's so simple. And I've said it a million times. If you come to Thailand and you're on a holiday, you're going to go back home. You have no reason to set something up permanent here unless you want to move here. So that means you find the girls, you have some fun, and you maybe you keep their number, you keep their contact information, and you say, okay, it's been lovely, I'm going back home to America. And you don't send them money. That's just stupid. Oh, I'll send her $200. Because she's begging me because her buffalo is sick. Come on. How many millions of times have I said this? How many times would you, if there was a girl in America and you were, say, a German, and you went to America, you go back to Germany and she's like, oh baby, can you send me $1,000 a month? I don't have money. I need $1,000 a month. Well, most guys would be like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? You won't even think about it. You won't even contemplate it. So why, when you come here, do you contemplate it? And people actually do it. I don't understand that. There's a lot of things I don't understand. But why would you come here, have a good time in 2-3 weeks, a month, whatever you're here? There's been guys that they've said, oh, I've come over here, it's been 2 weeks, I was getting ready to go back, and I met this girl, she was awesome. She was so awesome. She said I could live with her. Right, you met a girl that you don't know, and in like 2 days, she's telling you, you can move in with me. You're gonna pay for everything, but you can move in with me. Who would do that? What kind of an idiot is gonna do that? And especially now I'm older, I see a lot more clearly about things. I look at the girls that are, say, 35 or 40, they might bone you. And that, okay, fine. A little fun, whatever. Okay, great. But if you said to them, okay, I've known you for 3 days. You're so lovely. Can we go home and meet your parents and talk about marriage now? You know who's going to want you? The girls who have no money. And what do you want them for? Seriously. She has no money. Okay, I understand maybe she's working her way up. Maybe she's trying to get through school, whatever it might be. I understand that. But that doesn't mean you have to be her caretaker. Or as my friend Chucky says, you are basically adopting an orphan. I love that. You're adopting an orphan. Now you take care of her. It's like having another kid. I had a buddy marry an old maid that should have retired from the bar 20 years ago. You would think that she would have a better outlook. She ended up far worse than any of the young ones guys shack up with. Absolute monster. Can you explain that a little bit? She ended up far worse. Is it because she was with him or because she was an old maid and she wasn't in the bar anymore and she couldn't handle life? So this is just one, this is the very first little letter. I mean, it's great the guy wrote me and, he didn't get in any trouble really, but he did send money, which, it's your money, do what you want with it. But why on earth are you going to take your hard-earned money and give it away? Listen, you want to give it away? Listen, just send the money to me. I'll make sure all the girls get it. Okay? I'll pass it around. I won't even take anything. Send a couple 100,000 baht, and I'll go to the bars, pick the most needy girls, and I'll give them, 3%, and I'll give it to a bunch of girls. Then the money will be gone. I won't take anything. I promise. She was far more manipulative, stealing, skimming, scheming, the whole thing. She ruined his life after he swore all was different. And this is what they will do. You think about it. And I have said this before. You get involved with a woman here. First of all, you don't know her. Get it through your head. You don't know her. You think you know her. Oh, we're going out and having dinner and we're banging. Oh, the sex is great. Wow. And she took me out to the village. We went to the market. We saw the seals. We fed them fish. I don't know why I got a sore throat. It's not sore, but it's just, I don't know why. And I haven't been talking that much. Anyway, we went to the crocodile farm. We did all kinds of things. Oh, we had such a good time. Right, that's what it is. It's a good time. It's a good time. And then when you're done, you go, sweetheart, it was lovely. Carry yourself with some integrity. No matter what she says. Oh, baby, I love you. Oh, can you give me $500? No, I'm really sorry, honey. I just don't have that kind of money. I'm really sorry. And you go, but I'm going to go home now. Bye. And then because she asked you for money, you don't go back. if she doesn't ask for money, just keep her number. If you come back to Thailand, she's here. And she probably will be available. I mean, if you come back, you don't wait 20 years to come back. I know many guys, they came over here and they're not living here. Good morning. They're not living here. And they're talking to this girl and they're like, oh my God, she's the greatest. She's the best. Oh my God. We're gonna get married. I'm like, how long you known her? 3 days, 4 days. And you've been drunk the whole time, right? Because he asked me, do you think she's working in a bar? Well, you know what? And here's the thing. If you really need assistance from someone else, don't get involved. Well, there you go, with 2 Indian guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now here I'm going to get to the part where I really am talking about if you need assistance, wait. But honestly, if your friend is going, you really think she's working in a bar? Do you think she's a good girl? I think she's really nice. If they're asking you for help, you tell them, the fact that you're asking me means you're not sure, you're not certain. And you need to just take a whole new view of what you're involved in. Instead of saying, well, maybe, hey, maybe we have something special. Oh my God. Listen, if you have something special, you'll know it. And I mean, you won't have to ask anybody. You'll just know. And it's not going to happen after like 2 or 3 days. Now, after, say, a couple of days or a week, you might go, wow, I really like this girl. But you still need to get to know her. All right, let me read this next I have a little screenshot. All right, and this is something, this also applies if you need assistance, if you need to ask, you need to wait, you need to do nothing, you need to get away, whatever. But if you're asking somebody for help, then you're answering your own question. Hey, Scott, please answer my question. I went first time Pattaya. Second day, I went to a go-go bar. All right, I understand that. Got this sexy, young, super sweet girl. They're all like that when you first meet them. First night, paid 1,500 baht bar fine because after midnight, it's 1,000, they told me. And paid the girl 3,000 baht a day. Only for the first 2 nights I paid the bar fine. After that, she took 7 days off of work. But I had to give her 3,000 baht a day. So he gave her 3,000 baht a day for 7 days plus 2 days. I bought her food, a couple of cheap dresses, some drinks. Should I even buy her any gift? Why? Why shouldn't she buy you a gift, you dummy? Should I buy her a gift? You know what? If she's a legitimate girl or you really like her and you don't care if you get anything back, and that's the thing, you go, okay, fine. I'll buy her, I'll buy her a little dress. It doesn't matter to me. I got plenty of money. I'll spend, 169 baht on her dress. Okay, you can do that. Now, if you're saying, should I go buy her some gold? No. Anyway, did I pay too much and am I a sucker for doing this? You had to ask. So what does that tell you? Now she wants to stay friends on Facebook and talk and text me every day and night while working and after work, and she says she has feelings for me. I really like her a lot and had the greatest time of my life. That's what Thailand is really good for. You come here, you have a fantastic time, and you go home. It's called the GFE, the girlfriend experience. And it's called the girlfriend experience because it's not real. I still want to see her the next time I come. Okay. I think the way that you are, honestly, I'm directing this to him. The way that he is, the way that he's feeling. Oh, I really like her a lot. Should I give her this much money? Well, first of all, if she's your girlfriend or something, you know, it's one thing. You're the provider. You've got you're in the relationship, and you've got an agreement where maybe, you know, she goes to school and she gets, you know, X amount of money from school, and you give her a little bit of scratch just so that she has some money to spend or something. Okay, I understand that. We're not talking about a little bit of money. I'm talking about if you're like, you've met her in a week and now you're going back and she wants you to take care of her, which it sounds like she does. I still want to see her the next time I come. Now, if you were a man, not a simp, and you came here, you had a great time with her, you had fun, you're going out, yeah, all right. Hey, let's go back home. We're going to bang it out. We're going to have a good time. When we wake up, we're going to bang it out again, baby. And then you're going to go on your way. Because I got things to do today. And you know what? Even if you don't, you got things to do. You're going to go look for a new girl. Should I just go with the flow and have fun, and that's it? What should my mentality be about all this? Much appreciate your advice. Now, I think you should go with the flow. That's what you should have done from the very beginning. That's what all guys should do when they come to Thailand. Just go with the flow. And that means, hey, you know what? She wants to go out to a club. Most of the time, if she goes, okay, we go to the club, I take you to this place, that means she wants a sponsor. Maybe she's going to go see her friends and you're buying the drinks. So be smart. Don't be stupid. You call the shots. You're the man. And in Asia, you're expected to be that way. You're expected to call the shots. My wife doesn't say to me, where do you want to go and eat? I just tell her, let's go to this place. And maybe she'll have some place really special. She'll go, listen, I heard about this place. It's Japanese food. What do you think about it? Oh, really? Let me see. Then I look it up. I go, yeah, you know what? That looks pretty good. Let's go. But if I say, let's go to KFC, and she goes to KFC, she's not going to sit there and bitch because I chose KFC. If she doesn't want to go, she'll go, I don't really want to go. You're the man. It irritates me. It irritates me that these guys cannot... What kind of men are being churned out nowadays in the Western world? What kind of men? They're not men. Yeah, they're not men. All right. Now, I have another one here. This is the last one. And this is basically why maybe it should have been a different title, I don't know. And I was going to do about the important phrases in Thailand. But I just thought this might be a little more fun on a Friday fun day. So let me read this here. And I remember this guy. This guy used to email me all the time, and I don't know how many women he had, how many girlfriends I don't know. I would say he verged on being a pain in the ass. As when you are dealing with women, I can't tell you, in the old days when I was doing the Chowderhead videos, I can't tell you how many guys would write me and go, Scott, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? What would you advise me to do? If you're asking me, some guy on the internet, then why are you with her? Figure it out yourself. Be a man. All right, I got this message from this guy. I just wanted to share my story about my time living in Thailand and my experiences with Thai women. Not that I need any advice, but I do enjoy listening to your commentary when you read letters to Thailand. All right, so he doesn't want my advice. He just wants to share the story. Okay, whatever. I mean, yeah, he's asking my opinion and telling me this stuff, you know. One time a Thai girl says, "Do you want to meet me at the mall?" I said, "Sorry, I'm busy at the moment. Meet you after." I knew she wanted me to be the ATM for her shopping spree. Well, here's what you do. She wants you to be the ATM for her shopping spree. If you want to go to the mall, go to the mall. Have a good time. Have a great time. But, you know, you go to the mall, you go do whatever you want to do, have a coffee, have a meal on your own, and then whenever she wants to meet, you meet up with her. Then she's going to go into a store, and you can play along with it. You go into the store with her, she gets, you know, her little dress, her little panties, and everything that she's going to wear for some other guy. And when she goes, good, I'm glad you're done. You kind of step back, and then she's going to go over to the counter. She's waiting for you. No, honey, not me. I'm not paying for it. You just have to learn how to say no. It's very easy. It's not difficult. You have to be able to say no. And honestly, when I came here, and you know, obviously, this is 30 years ago when I first came over here. Things were different here. Things were different in America. I had a girlfriend in America. Before her, I had girls. You know, it wasn't like I had, you know, a harem and oh yeah, you know, tonight I'm going out with Cindy and tomorrow I'm going out with Becky. And it wasn't like that. But usually I had a girlfriend or I had a couple of girls I was going out with. And maybe I had one or two of them that I was banging. There was times when I was banging 3 or 4 of them. That didn't always last because, you know, eventually they want to get serious. But I always had some. I knew a fair bit in the U.S. But when I came to Thailand, I really learned about what the game is. And it took me a little while. But, you know, I realized, listen, even the good ones, if you find yourself a good girl, now, if she looks at you and she just goes, "Oh my God, you're so handsome, you're so lovely, I love your body." And in Thailand, most of the good women are not walking around looking for men that look so good. All the women that I know, they work somewhere, I met them, I talked to them a little bit, went on my merry way. Then I come back, oh, that girl's there, hey, how you doing? And then we start to get to know each other after a couple of years. Now, I'm married, I don't screw around. But when I was younger and I came here, that's what I used to do, that was my MO. I'd go into 7-Eleven, I'd go to Pizza Hut, I'd go to some shopping center and there was a girl there and I'd go, And I go, what days are your days off? Oh, I have 1 day off a week. Oh, really? Maybe I keep going there. You get to know her a little bit. You go, all right, she might be okay. Then you ask her out, or you say, hey, you know, you got any time on that day off? Can we do something? Or maybe she'll say to you, can you teach me English? Which is the easy in. Can you teach me English? That phrase probably got me laid more than any other phrase in my life. Sure, I'll teach English and you can teach me Thai. She comes over. Let's leave the door open, honey, no problem. Because I know, you got to be able to trust me. Just shut the door. Okay. Usually within an hour. You're not worried about teaching them English in. Really, you know, it's not rocket science. And, you know, if I can latch onto some women, if I can get laid once in a while at least, then, I mean, I'm just an average dude. I think my mentality's a little different. But, you know, when yeah, of course I went to the bars, I did all that stuff. And it was just, you know, like, if you got the money and you want to have a good time, like, you want to chase women, you want to get drunk, you want to do all those things, yeah, just spend your money. No problem. You spend a little money, you take 2 girls home, you take 3 girls home, you take 1 girl home, whatever you want to do. Take 5 home. You know. But you are the boss. They're not the boss. You know, usually if you get 3 or 4 or 5 girls together, there's always one that's like the boss, or she's the, you know, the alpha, if you will. So immediately you got to put that one in her place. No, we're not doing it that way, honey. I want to do it this way. Oh, yeah. And if they don't want it, they're gone. All right, let me go on here. What did I do here? If I can find my, here we go. All right, I'm a 38-year-old Canadian-American living in Samut Songkhram province. I don't know when this was or whatever. He just said from June 2016, teaching English at a private school. Now, I can tell you, as an English teacher, whether it's a private school or a public school, the women are not looking at you like you are the catch of all catches. Oh, he teaches English. Wow, he's probably rich. No, that's not how they look at you. They definitely don't look at you that way. Hey, Jim, how you doing? What's happening? Tonbury, huh? Ah, Bandung. Andy, how you doing? Listen, I gotta say this before I forget, because I did forget. Please click the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, look down below in the description. There's a host of ways you can show the love. Yeah, and that's about it. But do smash the like button. I'd appreciate it, and it does help supposedly. Share this video, do whatever you can. You know, help a brother out. All right. I mainly came to Thailand to get away after going through a rough split with the mother of my 2 children. All right, that's rough. When you got kids with a girl, it's always rough. When I first arrived, I hooked up with this woman I met over the internet. I'm always against that shit. I always think that if you hook up online, your mentality should be, I'm going to have a good time no matter what, and if it works, I'm really lucky. And if it doesn't work, oh well. You got to have that mentality. You cannot go in going, wow, I hope this girl, she's everything I think she is. I hope she's wonderful. Oh, I hope she takes care of me. Am I going to fuck her? You know. And that's all a lot of these guys are, man. She told me she was 27 years old. I did a little research in her purse and found out she was actually 47 years old. I dumped her and spent some time alone, since that's the true reason I came to Thailand in the first place. Well, you have to expect that if you're getting some girl off the internet. If you're not man enough, or you just, whether you an ease thing, a convenience thing, whatever it is. Sometimes, hey there, Mr. Jono, how you doing? Good to hear from you, as always. You know, if you're going to meet one online, you shouldn't expect them to be everything they say. You know, maybe you should add 20 pounds and add at least 10 years. Yes, I'm only 22 years old. Well, maybe they're 35. I only weigh 95 pounds. Maybe they weigh 125 pounds. And they're 4'11", you know. Anyway, let me go on here. If I can. Okay. That was the true reason I came to Thailand in the first place. To spend some time alone. Now, I know about this. Because when I came to Thailand, my exact way of thinking was, that picture of me is when I was younger. Sure it was. It's probably right now. You just really look good for 25 years old, John. I know. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, my way of thinking when I came over here, what I thought was, I really want time to get to know myself again without the stress of work, without people on my ass about something, you know. When are you coming over? Are we going to go out this weekend? Do you want to go to that restaurant? I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Every day it was like I had to make a million decisions. I didn't want that. I was like, I want to disappear. Let me get out of here. And when I came to Thailand, once I got here, my thinking was, I can do whatever I want. If I want to go out and get smashed, I can go out and get smashed. If I want to shack up with a couple of girls, I can. I can do it. It's up to me. It's up to my wallet. And it was so freeing to come over and not have to worry about, oh, I've got to do this. Oh, I've got an appointment at this time. Oh, I've got to go. You know, the best part of retirement is not work. I like the fact that, you know, really when you get to be a little older, you can actually go, I don't want to do anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to sit on my sofa, and if I feel like putting my feet up, I will. If I feel like watching TV, I will. If I want to listen to music, I will. And when I want to get something to eat, I might just get something from 7-Eleven. I might cook something. I'm going to do whatever I want. And when you're back home, especially if you are in a marriage or something like that, you got responsibilities, baby. You know, no way around it. All right, let me go on. After being alone for 2 weeks in the middle of July, I met another woman. This one was 29 years old. She was divorced with an 8-year-old daughter. Stop. Now, I know this might sound cold-hearted. She has an 8-year-old daughter. Oh my God, she's so wonderful. I'm going to be the father to this daughter. I'm going to be great. Because she deserves it. You just met her. Now, if she wanted to, you know, like, have a little fun, that's one thing. You just go, I'm not looking for a relationship with somebody who's got kids. Why? I don't understand this mentality. Now I don't understand it. When I was, whatever age he's 38. When I was 38, I didn't have that mentality. But when I was about 22, you know, I remember distinctly I lived in an apartment complex in Walnut, California, and there was a girl. She was a nice-looking girl, nice body. She looked good, and I was like, wow, I like her, you know. And guess what? She liked me. So one night I went over, the kid's asleep, boom, knock it out. At the end of our little encounter, towards the, all right, we're back. What's going on? I've had rock solid internet for quite some time, but lately I haven't. So anyway, the kid bangs in the door. You okay, Mommy? Yes, yes, Mommy's okay. Are you gonna have one more sex? And I just went, this can't be good. I knew right then. I was like, I knew I was gonna go back for more. I was gonna go back for more. But I was like, you know, I tried to make sure the kid wasn't around. And then I just thought, like, where am I going with this? Why am I gonna be the father to somebody else's kid? This ain't the old days where, you know, things happen. You know, people ran away to go have a kid or something. And, you know, I dumped her. I mean, basically, I just stopped going over and seeing her. So I would not even, no kids policy is awesome. Here's the policy you have. I'm gonna bang them. Because we all got our needs. She's happy, I'm happy, okay. When it starts to be like, you know what, honey, I was just thinking, are you seeing any other girls? Yes. Really? Yeah, I see like, you know, 4 or 5 other chicks at the same time. Well, can you only see me? Can you get rid of them? No. She's Chinese from Pitsanalok. I met her in Chiang Rai, where she was living with her daughter, which we toured together and had a good time. I returned to Samut Songkram. I don't get this guy already. I don't understand this guy already. Just northwest of town. I said, okay. All right, whatever. Let me go here. Let me see. Okay. 2 weeks later, she shows up to my apartment in Samut Songkram with all her belongings and moves herself into my apartment. Well, let's see. Who was the dummy who told her where you live? Who was the dummy? Why does she have... You just go, my home is my fortress, honey. I don't have anybody come over to my home, to my house. When we get into a relationship, you can come over. Until then, I'm on my own. That might sound like you're being a prick, but the reality is she'll respect you. And she may push you to come over. But then she's really going to want to get involved with you. You know, I mean, not everybody, but let's just say the majority are going to be like, oh, I want to come over. Can I see your place? No, I told you no. Yeah, but why not? No. I don't want to get into it. It was as if I had no choice. Yes, but you did have a choice. You had a choice. But you were too weak. You were too weak to say no. Get your shit. You can be nice about it. Say, honey, I know you've come all the way out here. You have all your things here. I know that to you it's very easy. To me, it's not easy. I'm not ready to have somebody in my life. I'm not ready to have you move in. So you need to go home. That's how you say no. And you can do it politely. If she doesn't like it, you go, I'm really sorry. I'm trying to be nice here. And then if she starts being shitty about it, you go, hit the road, Jack. She may whine and cry, oh, but why, but why? Come on, I thought we really loved each other. We had something special. Oh, God. Sure we did, honey. I just had a woman land in my life. I figured this might not be bad after all, since it's not always good to be alone. That's a stupid reason. Listen, I don't like to be alone, but that doesn't mean I'm going to grab the first woman that comes over to my house and says she wants to move in. That's just stupid. It's not always good to be alone. Yes, it is. It's good to be alone until you get your head straight, until when you say, this is what I want out of a woman and this is what I'm willing to give her. And you know what you're willing to give her and what you want in return. And you know, if you don't have those things, you're not going to get involved with any of them. You just say, no. And now, you know what? It's just, I don't know how to tell you, but I just don't think it, I don't know. I just don't think we have that something special. Good morning, Mr. Dallo. All right, listen. I have to say this again because I'm not seeing that many thumbs up. Please give me the thumbs up and subscribe and all that other stuff, and look down in the description. I got merchandise. I got the Amazon. None of that costs you any money. At least it doesn't. You're not paying me any money. They give me the money. We got the CASHAPP, Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon, and I also have a couple of books. So those might be helpful for some of you, the books. All right, so let me see here. Where am I? Okay. Oh, it's not always good to be alone. I went to teach at school the following Monday, and this man from Chiang Rai, claiming to be your husband, telephones the school and tells them I caused his wife to leave him and their 2 children. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is what I mean. You don't know her, you idiot. Oh, yes, you know, she came over to my house and I just let her move in. I've known a lot of people that happened to. And one of them was a guy from Texas who I just met, and he was telling me how this girl cooked him some food, and he loved the food. He went and gave her a compliment, started talking to her in his limited Thai. He could say about 3 words of Thai. She didn't speak any English. Next thing you know, she shows up on his doorstep. And he lets her move in. Then he's wondering why she's always talking to the taxi driver but not talking to him. You see what I'm dealing with here. You see what kind of men are out there. So you older men, you need to give some of these young guys a little smack. You need to tell them, wake the fuck up. Because this shit doesn't happen to real men. Real men don't allow that shit to happen. The guy comes over. He's saying that, oh, you made my wife break up from me. Well, first of all, did you ask? I know this is not not something that's going to make a world of difference, but did you ask her? Hey, are you legally divorced? Thank you very much there, Vanico. Are you legally divorced? Appreciate it. Choke knee to you. Choke knee. You know, are you legally divorced? Have you got the paperwork from the court? Do you have the papers that says I am divorced? If she says no, you say, hey, listen, honey, how about we wait until you get that paper? Because you know what? You can wait. You're waiting. You're out with other women. She doesn't like it. Too bad. Get your divorce. She can do whatever she wants. Oh, yeah, I'm getting a divorce. But she's not divorced. She's still married. It's still adultery. Women don't need to do that. This is wrong. I went home and confronted her about this, which she stated was true. She said that she had a daughter and a son, and she was living with her husband, and that 4 years ago, he started sleeping with her best friend, and she was waiting for the opportunity to leave. You see, let me just state for the record, do you really need this bullshit in your life? I mean, what kind of a dummy does that? Oh, you got 2 kids and you're married. Well, you're supposed to be divorced, but you're still married. So I think I'll get involved with you. You're lucky you don't get shot. Really, you're lucky the guy doesn't just come up and shoot you. So stupid. I mean, I remember reading this, but I haven't read it in full. I just breezed through it. I didn't see this part. I asked her why she didn't tell me about our living situation, and her reply was she knew I wouldn't want to be involved with her if I had known. She was right about this. I wouldn't become involved with a woman in a complicated situation. No, but you let her just come over. Think about this. No, he doesn't want to get involved with a woman in a complicated situation. He's only known her 2 weeks. And then she comes over to his apartment and decides she's moving in with him, and he just doesn't say anything. He's, okay, baby, you can move in. Ooh, you know what? She's going to be here. Ooh, maybe I'll get my dingle wet. I'll have a great time with her. She's going to grease my weasel every night. Woo! I got a girl. And I know that may make you feel like, hey, yeah, all right. You're feeling good. But the fact of the matter is, you need to be doing that with the one that's right, not the one that's wrong. And this chick was just flat out wrong. First of all, let me just backtrack here. This one was 29 years old. She was divorced with an 8-year-old daughter. Rule number 1, no kids. Sorry. Now, I know it's harder and harder as you get older to be with a woman who doesn't have kids. If you're, say, 60 years old, 50 years old, kind of like someone I know, and there's a woman 35, 40 years old, she might have kids. If she's like 40 years old, she might have a 22-year-old kid. You don't know. So you gotta kind of play it by ear, but it makes no sense to just jump in. You're 38, and let me tell you something. When I was 38, there were many girls younger than 29 that I could be with. And I know 29 is not very old. I know, I understand that. But I'm divorced. I have a daughter. There's 2 things I never want to hear, and I don't want to get involved with. I don't want to get involved with somebody who's divorced because that means she has complications with her husband. I don't want to get involved with somebody who's got a kid, especially 8 years old. That means you're going to be responsible for at least another 14 years. That's at least, and my guess is that means all her life. You are going to be responsible, along with the mother, but you'll be responsible. And that mother will always put that kid in front of you. Because first of all, kids generally come first. They come before the men. if the kid's crying, mommy just doesn't, like a good mother, won't be laying on her husband, kissing all over him. Let her cry. That doesn't happen. So the next mistake was just going out with her, but okay. She moved herself into my apartment. It was as if I had no choice. That's just bullshit. That's another mistake. Idiotic mistake. And I mean, that's a really stupid one. Think about something. Let's say I'm single. I'm 62 years old. I'm single. I go down to Canome or somewhere like that. I'm on my motorcycle. I meet some chick. I'm like, ooh, she's beautiful. All right. Go out with her 2 nights. We have our little liaison, if you know what I mean. And then she shows up on my doorstep. Maybe I don't see her that week because she's working or whatever. She's trying to come over. And then she shows up on your doorstep. Oh, this is all my stuff. Well, what's your stuff doing here? Well, because I'm moving in with you. Says who? You're a man. You have a choice. That's just stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And then the guy shows up. That's just even stupider. All right, let me see here. So now I was living in Thailand, stuck with a lying, possessive woman. He said nothing about possessive. He didn't say anything about possessive. Now he's bringing up possessive. Who would track every move I make. He never said anything about that, but he is now. So there's another warning, another red flag. During school breaks, I took her with me as I traveled Thailand. One such break, we had to pass through Bangkok as we finished a week in CASHAPP. She got mad at me for no reason and walked away from me in public. I would probably beg to differ that there was a reason why she got mad at you. You just don't know what it was. You're not reading the signs. Either that or she's a lunatic. And if you're with a woman who moves in on her own and you're like, I didn't have a choice, and you let her do that, and then she's possessive and she lies, and it's a big lie. Oh yeah, I'm still married, by the way, and my husband, 2 nights ago I was, who knows? Listen, I'm gonna say this with 100% confidence. If a man and a woman are married and they're still sleeping in the same bed, there's some banging going on. Men don't sleep in the bed with a woman day in and day out and not want to get it in. So that should tell you something right then. She could have been screwing him the day before you met her. She's like, God, I need to get a nut. All right, let me get, whatever. This guy can do what he wants. So now she bailed on you because she's mad at you. Now, I'm the type of guy that looks at a woman who gets mad for no apparent reason walking away from me in public as having no true commitment to me. Well, maybe you should have looked at her as a woman who got divorced, supposedly, and who is so desperate she wants to move in with you even though she doesn't even know you. Why would you get involved with her? Do you guys see how ludicrous this really is? I mean, it's so over the top, which I just don't believe it. But it was true. Then this guy did this a couple of times. He didn't just do it once. He wrote me like 3-4 times. And always with the problem with the women. You know what? I have no problems with women. First of all, I'm married. But even when I wasn't married, if I got a problem, I'm sorry, it's not working. And I might really like, and I'd be like, this sucks, man. But you gotta go. Unfucking believable. All right, let me keep going. I mean, now I look at this and I'm laughing. It's kind of funny. But really, when I look at it and you are thinking about it, it's not funny at all. It's just stupid. This guy is an idiot. And I can tell you that I know he was just teaching English so that he could stay in the country, so that he could get laid. I caught the bus to my destination and took a minivan back to Samut Songkram alone. She arrived home later with the same shitty attitude. And you allowed it. You allowed it. Why? Why did you allow it? I felt she was being ungrateful after all I did for her. Now listen to this. I felt ungrateful after all I did for her. By November, we decided I would go work in the U.S. and save money for marriage. I thought she was ungrateful, but you know, we need to have money to get married. Oh my God. Oh God. I mean, am I missing something here? Is this guy a rocket scientist and I just don't know it? Jesus Christ. Her mother already received Sinson from her first husband. Why would they require a Sinson again for damaged goods is beyond me. Okay, so now this guy has this attitude about his girl that she's damaged goods, she's lied, he supposedly doesn't really want her, and yet he's still, I want to go back to the U.S. and work so I can save money for our marriage. Oh my God. Anybody out there? Or am I talking to myself? I got coffee left. Anybody? It's good to know everybody out there is communicating freely and easily. I'm here. Very good, Dowlow. Sim's going to do Sim stuff. Well, and the thing is that some Sims don't realize that they're Sims. I mean, I'm going to say most, they just don't realize it. Which is a shame. You know, there should be a couple of courses that every man learns before he is thrust out into the world. One is about money. And it's not just work hard and do a good job and save your money. No, it's make as much money as you can and put it into stuff that's going to make you more money. Do that as often as you can and as long as you can and as quickly as you can. That's one. The other is, hey, stupid, don't get involved with a chick who's got 4 kids. She's a wonderful girl. I'm sure she is. But she's got 4 kids from 4 different fathers. What does that tell you? Her market value is in the pichador. So she's damaged goods in his eyes. I had no intentions of paying it. Should I marry her in the first place? Well, why would you even contemplate marriage with this chick? Really, am I missing something? I'm asking you guys. Am I missing something? Am I being too hard on this guy? One minute he's talking about how she's damaged goods. I don't know what Passport Bros is. All I know is what a man is. And this guy ain't a man. This guy's a simp. You know, I mean, first of all, he gets involved with somebody, she got kids. Should have knocked it out, not told her where you live. You know, be very careful about your information. That's all you have is your privacy and your reputation. All right, Andy, you take it easy. Have a good time there. I know you're having fun there. Let me see here. I mean, you know, the fact that she's walking away from you and you're saying she walked away from me for nothing and she got mad. Well, I kind of doubt that. I doubt it, which means you have no communication. Because even women who don't talk much, and my wife doesn't talk very much, she's not the most talkative gal. If she's pissed off on me, I go, hey, what's wrong? That's it. So nothing's wrong. You don't want to tell me? Oh, well, you know, yeah, I don't give a shit about that expression. I mean, you know, I understand what a passport bro is, but really, when it comes down to men in Thailand, you don't have to be a passport bro. Oh, hey, passport bro. It's a guy in the U.S. or wherever who wants to go somewhere else because they feel like they can get women who are supposedly like women that they should be with. Women who are feminine. And honestly, I think in the U.S., there's a lot of guys who are pussies. They don't know how to treat a woman. They don't know how to say no. They have no clue. They need assistance from everybody. They want somebody to tell them, hey, you know, maybe you shouldn't be with this girl. I don't know about that, and I don't, like I said, I really don't care. To me, there is no color, there is none of that. It's either you're a man or you're not. If you're a man, then you should at least be able to carry your own with a woman. Listen, my wife is educated, she's smart, she's got a good job, she works her ass off, and you know what? I don't give her any shit. She don't give me any shit. It's easy. It's an easy relationship. And you know why? Because, first of all, I'm a man and I know when to step up and stand up and say something. I know when to be hard and when to be soft. When to be nice and when not to be nice. And that's a big step right there. So, let me go on. I went to the U.S. and started work in December. You know, now here's the other thing. He's teaching English with a fake diploma, no less. I know that. He's teaching English. He's going to go back to America to work. Okay. How good of a job do you really have? Are you making a fantastic living? Are you socking away the dough? You got plenty of dough sitting in the bank? And, well, I'm going to go back to Thailand. I got 70 grand sitting in the bank. I don't need any help from anybody. I got 70 grand. I got a way to make money in Thailand. I'm doing great. No. That's not the case. The case is that he went to America to make money because he needed the freaking money. And for whatever reason, that's why he went home. He thought that would be the better move. Shortly after, she takes a trip to visit her aunt in Japan. Well, wait a minute. So I guess she's got plenty of money. She's got enough money to go take a trip to Japan. She's got to do something with the kid, right? I don't think the kid went with her. Kid stayed at home. She got things taken care of. She don't need you. While there, she tells me there is an older man in his 60s. That's me. Who's rich and wants to marry her. And her mother says she must marry him. You know, there's like 10 red flags. I'm almost embarrassed by this. This guy is so stupid. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing he calls himself a man. Seriously. How can you... you know what? Let me go on. I wished her all the best and figured that's the end of her. That would be too easy. She makes her way back to Thailand a week later and tells me she hates Japan. I figured her aunt wanted to broker a marriage between her and the guy, but when she saw how boring life is in Japan, she reneged and figured I could be her back. Now, I've only been to Japan a handful of times, and I went there once for a couple of weeks, and I can tell you, Japan isn't boring. It's not a boring place if you want to have fun there. Really, it's not boring. She can have the time of her life. She probably doesn't have the money. And if the guy's in his 60s, he's not going to be working all that much longer if he's working at all. So, I don't know what the hell was going on. But, you know, the fact is this guy is in deep. He's in really deep. A couple of days later, after returning to Thailand, she disappears. And I don't hear from her when normally we talk every day since I've been in the U.S. First of all, if you don't hear from her for a couple of days, and usually you're talking every single day, and she had just told you, oh, my aunt wants me to marry this guy in Japan. Oh my God. How can you be that stupid? And like I said, I've talked to this guy numerous times. Now, I haven't talked to him in a long time, but I talked to him like 3 or 4 times, and I always got the impression that he was a bit of a dimwit. Let me tell you something. If my wife, my girlfriend, or whatever it is, my gig, my gawk, if they just disappeared for, say, a week, they don't answer my calls, they don't answer my messages, they don't answer anything. I don't know why. Hit refresh. Let me see something. Yeah, it's fine for me. Just hit refresh now. Try that. I don't know. because my window is working perfectly. Anyway, let me continue here. Thank you. If one of those people, the gig, the gut, the fan, the Mia, they disappeared for a week. Oh, I've been busy. They just didn't, they didn't answer your messages, didn't answer your calls, nothing. It's the end of them. Oh yeah, I had a real problem. Unless they were in the hospital and it's verifiable that they had some kind of a medical emergency, there is no other reason. Because if you don't talk to them for that long, they obviously are doing something that you probably wouldn't approve of. After catching up with her, I found out she went to stay with her children to look after her. So that means she can't call, can't message, nothing. See, when you have all these, oh yeah, well she went away to take care of her kids. Okay, so why didn't you tell me? Oh yeah, we don't have phone service there. We don't? No, we don't have phone service. So why didn't you go somewhere and make the call? Because that's what I expect you to do. You go somewhere, honey, I'm out in the middle of the jungle. I don't have great service, but I'm with my kids. And if you want, you can come and see me. I'm gonna say something. A couple of weeks ago, there was a girl that works with my wife, which I don't even know what's going on with her now. But it was a couple of weeks ago. The girl was having some problems. And my wife was delegated as the person to look after her because she was having some issues. So my wife says to her, are you going home? What are you going to do? Oh, I don't know. I don't really know. How about, because your house is a bit far, why don't you just get a hotel room? Well, I don't want to stay alone. And Okay. My wife says to me, my wife calls me up. She says, I have this problem with so-and-so at work. I want to take care of her. So I'm going to get a hotel for her with 2 rooms and stay in the room. I said, okay, whatever. So do you want to come over? Come over, I'll be there in a half an hour. Okay. I go over there, have a little chat with her. That's what my wife would do. That's what my wife does. That's what a good woman does. She doesn't just disappear. Oh, I've got to go look after my kids, so I'm going to disappear and fuck you. Even though I was living with you and I showed up on your doorstep and I lied to you. Oh my God. Now my feelings have changed. It's about fucking time. It's about time, buddy. Should have happened. This relationship should have never happened. She told me her family says, if I love her, I must accept her children. No. Her family is not the one living with you and her. And her kids. And since there's a no-kid policy, you can tell the family where they can stick it. I accepted her based on what I knew, based on a lie. And I had no choice but to walk away. Well, it took you long enough. She was always demanding money. It's the first I heard of this, but okay. She's always demanding money. Since I started working in the U.S. Well, if you're doling out money while you live in the U.S., how are you saving money unless you're making a bundle, which I don't think you are. Just from what you've told me, what this guy has told me. I wouldn't send her a damn thing. Now, this last sentence is the reason why I say, If you need assistance from anybody, just wait, just move on. Wait until you can make the choice for yourself. But it's very, very simple. I have a Thai lady friend who explained to me any respectable Thai woman would never ask a man for money. If you've got to find out from a Thai lady friend that it's unacceptable to give money to a respectable Thai woman, you need to wait. You need to take a step back and say, what am I doing here? Why am I doing this? My lady friend, like, moi, Scott, I just want to tell you about my situation. What do you think I'm going to say? What do you think? I'm going to kiss your ass and go, oh, dude, you're doing a great job. Yeah. Right on, brother. What? If anything, I hate to say this, but if you're asked to give out money, you go, listen, right now I don't have any money. I can't really give you any money. I tell you what, why don't you send me like $500, $1,000. Okay, and don't worry about it. And then later on, I'll give you some money. Let's see what she says. Oh, cannot. Neither can I. So, well, I dare say that there are men out there that are not just desperate for Thai wives, they're desperate for any wife they can get. It's a damn shame. Well, I don't know. I mean, I have no problem here, Dallo. Like I said, refresh, reboot, close the browser, open it up again. The quality is quite good on mine. But I mean, I don't even. When I was looking at this, I thought, oh, this will be really good. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, this guy's a complete moron. And this guy actually thinks because he comes to Thailand and lands some woman, he's a Mac Daddy. He's no Mac Daddy. Let me just tell you something. When a woman has kids, I don't want to put it this way, but I have to, her value goes down. Almost all women, they have kids, their value goes down. They have a market value. As they age and get older, their value goes down, down. Oh, now you got a kid. Oop, goes down. Now you got another one. Oop, that goes down. So this guy was like getting the dregs, man. He's getting the dregs of Thai society. He's got a bunch of kids. She's relying on him for money. Who wants that? That's another thing. You don't want somebody relying on you. You're not taking in an orphan. You're not taking you're not putting up money for a kid. For a 29-year-old kid. That's not what you want. Be smart. That was probably the best decision I ever made in my life. I said to myself, what is it that I knew what I liked. I knew the body types I liked. I knew, whatever. But the one thing that was important to me was when I said, if I was to die, what would happen if I have 2 or 3 kids? And if the woman was some chick working a really crappy job, or working in a bar or whatever, and she's, getting by in life, that's about it. What's going to happen? What's going to happen to my kids? Now, I don't know why I thought that way. Because at the time I wasn't like enamored with having kids. I wasn't like, oh my God, I'm going to have a bunch of kids and it's going to be so great. Oh, I really want a big family. No, I wasn't thinking that way. But I did think to myself, you know, if I got kids and I got a wife and I'm taking care of the wife, taking care of the kids, and, you know, she stays home and does the dishes, what's going to happen if I die? If I just keel over, what's going to happen? Who's going to take care of my kids? And that is what made me make a decision that said, I need to go after somebody who is intelligent and who can make sure that she can take care of herself. And not just take care of herself, like survive. That's not what I mean. You know, that's the thing. From the very beginning, it was like, you know, I was the same way as other guys. When I first started, I was like, you need money? And my wife would be like, no, what do I need money for? I don't need your money. I was like, don't get pissed off about it. Yeah, don't forget about my cats. Listen, I don't have a real problem with the cats as long as they're not running around all over me and on top of me and meowing when I want to sleep and sticking their ass in my face. I don't mind. You know? But it's a good decision. And I think if you look at it that way, you know, obviously you have to be attracted to them. You're attracted to them and you think, this girl can go with the flow and can do what she needs to do to make a pretty good living for herself. If you can't say that, then you shouldn't be with them. Well, I'll be taking care of her for the rest of my life. Well, then you better have some money. If you don't have that kind of money, where you can just, you know, put them in will and go, all right, they'll be taken care of for the next 30 years, 40 years. And I know somebody who, she had kids. She was married to a guy that I knew, and the guy died. Now, they weren't legally, so she was having a hard time with everything having to do with his money. They worked it out, though, to where she would get money and they would be taken care of. The family would be taken care of. The kids would be taken care of. She wasn't doing really anything, and she was trying, but she couldn't do all that much. And so a couple of years later, she met a guy and she married him. The guy's a good guy, you know. And, you know, now the kids are older and, you know, pretty soon they'll be able to support themselves. So it all worked out for her. But that doesn't always happen. It just doesn't. And so if you're coming over here, you want to have fun, that's a completely different story. You want to have fun, you just want to, like, you know, jump some chick's bones. You know, you want to roll around for a couple of weeks and have this little pseudo relationship. I understand that. You want to go with the bar girls and you want to fork out the money. You want to just party and get drunk. And, okay, fine. But eventually, if you want to get into something a little bit deeper, and that's what I know a lot of guys now, they're just like, I don't want any kind of relationship with anybody. And instead, every once in a while, you know, they get their weasel greased. You know, they have somebody that'll take care of it for them. But, you know, a couple of things is that, like I said, don't get involved for at least a year. Learn how to speak the language. Make sure you are capable and strong enough to say no. You're not going to give in and go, oh, she's so sweet. Oh, she's got great tits. Oh, wow. Oh, do I really? Yeah, I really like her. How long do you know her? A week. You're going to need more than that. take the time to get to know them. Sometimes all you need is, one trip, and you need to hang out for a couple of months. You're like, yeah, she is who she is. Sometimes it takes longer than that. You take as long as you need to. But I can tell you right now, it's not a week. And if some girl shows up on your doorstep saying she has feelings for you and she wants to move in with you, you just say, sorry, but that's not going to work for me. Bye-bye. Time to leave. And that's how you handle it. The other thing is, I know the online thing is, now we got some problems here. The online dating is a way now that's far more prevalent than it was when I was growing up. It was mail order. So I understand that this is something that some people want to get involved with, or they don't have time, so that's how they want to, carry on a relationship. If you don't have time to find a life partner, somebody who you're going to be with for the rest of your life, but what do you got time for? I mean, really, you don't have time. That's why you got to go online. You just don't want to make time. I don't care how busy you are. If you're a CEO of a company, to me, you better make time. But okay, let's say that that's your way. Okay, good. But everything still applies to apply if you met them in person. I don't know what else to say. It's pretty simple. And I've said this stuff for years. And I felt this way for years. Now, have I always done these things? Have I always done these things that I'm talking about? No, when I first came here, and I was like, I'm just going to go to the bars and stuff like that, I just had my fun. Did I get seriously involved? No, I didn't. I didn't get seriously involved. I learned to speak the language. And eventually, I was like, all right, I'm in a good position. Now, I mean, it's 30 years on. Now, my wife doesn't worry about me. If I go out, my wife doesn't worry about me. Which is the other thing. Can you go somewhere alone and no matter what, you're going to be okay? I think that's pretty important. You need to be able to say, I want to go to this place. Can I go there? What happens if I get lost? Oh, well, I speak a little Thai. I think it'll be no problem. I think that's important also. Anyway, that's about it, I guess. A sad story of a knucklehead who, he did these kind of things like 3 or 4 times. He always had some new girl. Well, if somebody wrote me in with a legitimate story that I thought could make an impact, I would probably do it. But, at this juncture, first of all, Thailand is done to death. You go on to YouTube, you'll find all sorts of videos about Thailand. I see guys, they've been here 6 months. They're telling guys how to hook up with regular Thai girls. Oh yeah, if you need to do this, this is how you get them. I'm like, man, you don't know shit. You think you know, but you don't. That makes you stupid. How much experience do you have here? One guy, he'd been here for a month. He's going to break it down on how you move to Thailand. God, really intelligent guy, man. You know, I mean, first of all, it's not that difficult. You've got money, you're set. You'll figure everything else out. Now, if you want to break it down and be more critical about it, you're going to need money. You're going to need some attributes, which I'll get into next week. You're going to need certain attributes. You're going to need to change the way you think a little bit. You know, I don't know what else I can say. Anyway, it's been a fun morning. Fun Friday morning. I don't understand. I got, you know, I don't know how many people have been in this stream so far, but the number of thumbs up could be greater than what they are. I mean, you know, listen, if you come here, hey Bruce, how you doing? If you come here and you're a younger man, if you're, say, 25, and you come here, and you're just polite and clean, and dress halfway decent, you should have zero problems with women here. Zero problems. Now, once you get older, it's a different story. Four days, wow. I remember being here and thinking how great it was. Sitting at the bar and girls, you know, wiping my face down with a cold rag, going up to Chiang Rai and going down the, what is it, the Ping River? Was it the Ping River? Going down the Ping River and thinking to myself, yeah, I got $500 sitting in my pocket. I could live here for a month on that. You know, I just thought, this place is great. And, you know, up in I was in Chiang Rai, and, you know, I met some Thai guy. He probably thought I'll make a buck off this guy. He starts telling me about, oh yeah, just come with me tonight. I said, where? Oh, this bar. You know, that night I didn't have anything to do. I went, all right, I'll go with this guy. He says, oh, okay, wait. So we went on his motorcycle. We go into this place. And, you know, I walk in, and all I see is women. And I go, wow, this is pretty cool. What kind of bar is this? Lady bar. He's like, you want lady? They're here. And I just said, I tell you what, buddy. Right now I'm going to pass, but if I want something, I'll tell you. And later on I did tell him. And I just remember thinking to myself, I spent like 3 days all shacked up. Before I was going on a hike. I had to go on this hike, and I was in the Golden Triangle somewhere. And I don't remember everything, but I mean, it's a long time ago, but I remember we went down the river, and then we got to this place and took some elephants out into the middle of the jungle, and then we had a walk, and finally we got there, and it was like maybe 7 o'clock at night. It was starting to get really dark. We finally made it to the village, and next thing you know, there's all these villagers walking around trying to sell opium. Well, they weren't trying, they were. And, you know, it was cold up there in the mountains. But I just thought to myself, this is such an exotic experience. It was so wild. And now, after 30 years, it's almost never exotic. It's almost never like that. And it's not because there aren't exotic things to do, but it's because I've done a lot of them. And, you know, I'm just like, okay, this is fun. This is great. Really nice. Okay. But in the past, it would be like, wow, I've never seen this before. so exotic before. I just remember thinking, wow, this place is great, man. And you know, with like $500, I can live here every month. I thought, wow, that was true back then. 30 years ago, if you had $5 here, you could live okay. You weren't just surviving. You could live okay. It was like living off of $1,000, $1,200 right now. Say, how long are you staying here, Vanico? Just have fun, first of all. Ruth, what are you up to? You're still here. You're such a lag. I don't know. 3 months. All right. Well, that's enough time to trouble. But, you know, if you're smart, you won't have any problems. Just remember, don't send money. And if you get involved with anybody, just don't get involved too quick. Don't get married. I've been here for 3 months and I found this girl. I'm in love with her. Okay, well then if you come back again on the next trip and you spend another 3 months with her, you'll still want to get married. So then you might want to wait, you know. Planetarium. Wow. I think I went there once. I don't know if it was my kid or not. Well, that should be fun. Something to do. I don't know where 2 quarters Korean is. I'm sure he's very busy doing what he does early in the morning. Which is lay around in his underwear. I don't know really what he does. I have no idea at this point. I know what Jono does. And Jono keeps busy because he likes being clean. He's got little errands to run and stuff like that. Then he goes and has a beer. Then he shoots some golf balls or something like that. I understand that. 2 quarters Korean, I haven't figured that out yet. Maybe he'll order a Grab. That's his big day. I'm going to place an order with Grab today and watch Netflix. Anyway, what else can I say? Well, thank you. That is all. I hope you guys learned a little something. I mean, I just stick to some of the basics. And one of the golden rule that we used to have, it's still the golden rule. Do not get emotionally involved with a bar girl. And you know, if you're a veteran, if you've been around the block once or twice, maybe you can pull it off and find one that's a good one. You know, you find one that's kind of tired of the whole scene and she just wants a good man, and you know, you're tired of running around, but you know she's a good girl, you know, she's good. Okay, I understand. It would work for you. But then again, it might not. But, you know, some guys, it will work. I walked around some of the malls for 7 hours over the past 2 days. Never seen anything like it. That's funny. You know, I mean, I think about it, and I used to go to malls back in the States. And, you know, I spend a lot of time in this mall because most of the time like now I got to go to the grocery. I got to pick up some paper towels and a couple of things. But I don't really have to do anything at the grocery. I just want to get some of these things because I know we need them. So that's why I go to the mall. I never really almost never do I say, I'm going to go to Bangna and I'm going to go to the mall there and I'm going to walk around and check things out. If I do, I'm streaming and maybe I need to look for something or buy something. So I do that. But, most of the time, no. Most of the time when I go to the mall, it's because I want something, I know what it is, and that's all I want to get. I'm thinking about getting a new bag or two, but I know I'm going to have to spend a little bit of money on them. And I don't really want to get them now because I don't really need them. But I want to start looking and getting it in my head, which kind of bag do I want, and, things like that. $7 hours. It's crazy. A lot of people say that they come to this mall and they go, oh my God, I've never seen anything like it. And to me, it's just an average mall. This mall is like average. It's nothing special to me. But I know it very well. But some of the malls, like Icon Siam and M. Courtier. What's the other one? But they just made that M Sphere. I'm not into that. What's the other? What's the other? Emporium. Siam Paragon. All these kind of future ranks it. All these kind of places. To me, you go in them. They got the same thing. If I went to Future Park and Rangsit, there's going to be a food court. They're going to have a lot of the same businesses that they have here. And so I'm like, do I really need to be over there? If I do, then okay, like if I went to go see Nicholas and we went to the mall, all right, fine. But would I just go there just to go because I want to check a new place out? No, I wouldn't. Yes, long ago, with the kids. Actually, it was with the kids and my mother. I went to the ones around MBK. And Platinum Fashion. Yeah, those are all right. I mean, MBK, MBK is like a average mall. It's nothing special. And Platinum, no, is shit. Those are crappy. The one Central World over there by Platinum, that one's pretty good. There are some good malls. I don't know that I would be going there just to do something, though. Yeah, you know what? These messages are coming in really slow for some reason. Oh. Really wild what's going on here. It's old style. Well, it's old style, and if you look at what they're selling there, a lot of the things that they're selling there are things like what you can get at Chatuchak or just about every other average mall. Now, if you went to, say, Icon Siam, or you went to Emporium or some of these places, they have higher-end goods. They have things like, Prada, Patek Philippe, Gucci, those kind of things. Yeah, you're going to be hard-pressed to find those. They do have some, like here in the mall, I think they have two, like big and large clothing stores. I don't know, they might only have one now, but they used to have some here. So, you know, if you really want something, that's the thing. Until if you were here and you got set, then you go, oh, well, I know that place doesn't have them. Then you go to another, I know that place doesn't have them. And eventually you'd find out where they are. Platinum, I think Platinum has some places, but I'm not a fan of Platinum, man. Not at all. I don't like that area. Well, I must be high-so type then. I don't like Icon Siam as a shopping center. I like it as a place to waste time, and that's about it. When I'm on the river, if I got nowhere to go, all right, I'll go to Icon Siam. But it's a waste of time. You know, really. Icon Siam, waste of time. I mean, this is the thing. Most of the time I can come here. If I need some higher end goods, I'll go to Emporium. I don't like to go to Emportier. You know, I'll go to Emporium or something like that. You know. And these messages keep coming in slow. I don't know why, but anyway. Well, thank you today. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the conversation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, there's a problem with YouTube, and I don't think it has to do with this channel as much as it does with YouTube in general right now. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're having another IT glitch in the world. I don't really know. Anyway, well, like I said, I hope you guys learned something. Just learn one thing. That's all you got to learn. One thing. The man with the gold makes the rules. So if you're paying, you make the rules. Here, especially here. Thank you, Bruce. You too. Yeah, the man with the gold makes the rules, and never, ever, ever get emotionally involved with a prostitute. You don't need to do that. And if by chance you do, you better have been here a while and know what you're doing. And most guys who come here, they don't really know what they're doing. And I mean, I'm talking about people on YouTube, people off YouTube. Some guy's been here a year, he don't know shit. Seriously. Oh yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to move here. I saw that the other day and I went, oh my God. I had a look and I went, this guy's been here not even a year, and he's teaching people how to move here. All right, everybody, yeah, move here, everybody. Just grab all the money from the bank and then move here. It's that simple. It kind of is that simple, but the reality is there's a lot to think about. So if you're gonna move here, you better think about it. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you very much, and until next time.